Today we're diving into one of the most mysterious and controversial topics of our time, the main character theory. Have you ever noticed that the world around you behaves strangely? Sometimes it feels like everything happens as if you are the main player in a massive game. But who created this game? How long has it existed? And most importantly, why you? A lot of questions, right? So let's break down what stands behind this theory and how it can change the way you see reality. In this episode, we'll think, analyze, explore examples and facts. Let's begin. The idea suggests that our life resembles a computer simulation. Imagine that you're the protagonist and the entire world around you is a carefully designed game. Yes, sometimes harsh, cruel, unforgiving, but also breathtakingly beautiful, full of moments of joy and strange blessings. Every event, every person, even every coincidence aligns itself around you to create a unique experience, perhaps an experience for your soul as it goes through a human journey. But then who are all the other characters? Some may be just like you, players thrown into this survival simulator, but many others? People, animals, birds, random faces in the background. They might be NPCs, non-player characters that exist simply to make your game more interesting. Think of any modern life simulation video game. Choose whichever you want. The essence remains the same. Here's a bizarre but intriguing piece of news. An AI detection tool, Zero-GPT, concluded that the U.S. Constitution and the Bible were not written by humans. Zero-GPT determined that the U.S. Constitution is 96.21% likely to be written by artificial intelligence, and the Bible, 88.2% AI generated. Weird, right? Scientists, of course, panicked and wrote long explanations about why this must be a mistake. Don't worry, keep moving, you're not in a simulation. Sure, maybe a mistake. Or maybe not. You've probably heard of him. A Russian mathematician who solved the Poincare conjecture, one of the most complicated mathematical problems in history. In 2006, Perelman was awarded the Fields Medal. But he refused to accept it. He refused the $1 million Millennium Prize. He refused to talk to the scientific community altogether. He said he was leaving mathematics in the academic world. Why would someone walk away from $1 million? There's a rumor that in an interview from 2011 he said, "This money is nothing to a person who controls the universe." What did he mean? What did he discover? Perhaps something bigger than the prize. Perhaps something about the structure of reality itself. Maybe through mathematics he realized what many fear to admit, that we might actually be living inside a simulation, one that can be manipulated, just like it manipulates you. All you need is the code and an understanding of the algorithm behind the matrix. Our world is almost on par with the most advanced video game engines, but strange things keep happening, more and more each year. People whisper that our matrix is glitching, that we've reached a critical point of no return, that all these anomalies are just the beginning. Ahead lies a reset, or as many call it now, an obnuilenie. Resetting the simulation. Yes, that's why we constantly hear doomsday predictions. But the world still stands. The sky is blue, birds are singing, the sun is shining, with occasional glitches. And the moon glitches most of all. One of the most buggy, heavenly bodies in our sky. But let's talk about everyday strangeness. Many of you have probably experienced strange, almost impossible coincidences. Thinking about someone, and then they appear. Losing an item, and finding it exactly where you already searched 100 times. Or in a completely absurd place, like a missing earbud in the freezer. Moments like these make you wonder, is the world playing along with me? And if so, for whom is it playing? For you, because you're the protagonist. Your life is the storyline. Your job, the grind for the next level. Your encounters, not random. Your thoughts, patterns written into the informational field of Earth. Thought becomes intention. Intention becomes action. Action becomes matter. What if you could hack this system, like winning the lottery, simply because reality has no choice but to give you what you coded into it? Ancient legends of magicians, biblical miracles, water into wine, manna from the sky, shape-shifting. What if all of it was simply someone unlocking parts of the simulation? This world is a cosmic code, and your consciousness is a tiny action button with enormous potential. Break the inner barrier of impossible, and you might not turn into a bear, but you'll definitely reshape your reality. Better income, better opportunities, better relationships, better life. Because, as the old saying goes, thoughts become things. Think about it. René Descartes, I think, therefore I am. Plato, shadows in the cave mistaken for reality. Buddha, everything we are is the result of what we thought. Copernicus, we cannot fully trust our perception. Nietzsche, truth is an illusion we forgot is an illusion. Alan Watts, reality is a persistent illusion. If Plato or Descartes saw a modern computer, they would have written 10 more brilliant theories. These ideas were always here, we just didn't have the word simulation to describe them. Icke spoke about the world as an illusion long before the internet exploded with these theories. He said, "Your consciousness is not inside this world. Your body is just a suit, a spacesuit for this dimension. The real you observes from behind the curtain, from outside space and time. If you want to influence this world, you don't do it here. This world is the final rendering of a deeper code. Intentions are born out there. Thoughts become material when they come from beyond the physical plane." Icke compared demons and parasitic spirits to viruses in a computer program. They infect the files, human bodies, and need to be removed. The metaphor fits frighteningly well. In 2003, Oxford professor Nick Bostrom proposed that we almost certainly live in a simulation created by an advanced civilization. Why not? Do characters in a game know they are in a game? And German physicists created models showing that the universe behaves like a digital grid, a structure similar to the Matrix. Déjà vu, a glitch, the Mandela effect, overwritten memory files. The evidence keeps piling up. Konrad Zuse, one of the earliest computer pioneers, suggested that the universe is literally calculating itself, following discrete logical operations. Edward Fredkin continued this idea, that the entire universe is computation. Every particle, every force, every moment, The main character theory offers a unique, mind-bending perspective. Maybe we are inside a simulation. Maybe our actions and thoughts matter far more than we think. Maybe you're not just observing the world. Maybe you're actively generating it. Everything around you might be the scenery of a giant macro server. So pay attention. Notice how the world responds to you. Because it does. But here's the most important question. If humanity finds out the universe is a simulation, what should we do? Surprisingly, there is an article on the website of the Moscow Aviation Institute, created with support from Russia's Ministry of Education and Science. It references a work by Robin Hanson, How to Live in a Simulation. He says, the biggest danger is simple. If we realize we're in a simulation, the operators may turn it off. They might delete us to save resources. Unless we make ourselves interesting or important. Hansen suggests 2 strategies. 1, become significant, so your removal would disrupt the system. 2, or behave unpredictably, so you're entertaining to observe. The author jokes, I personally try to follow both principles just in case. So what do you think? Do you believe in the main character theory? Have you felt glitches, coincidences, or moments when the world seemed too synchronized with your thoughts? Share in the comments.